Hi, this is Sheriff Richard Mack from Graham County, Arizona. I was in law enforcement 20 years. I did everything in law enforcement from hostage negotiator to patrol officer, and then finished my last 8 years as sheriff of Graham County. That's in southeast Arizona. During that time, I sued the federal government to stop some of the onerous gun control related to the Brady Bill. And I actually won a case at the United States Supreme Court. And I've been an activist ever since then for the Constitution, for the Second Amendment, and the right to keep and bear arms. And I've worked with all the gun rights groups, Second Amendment Foundation, Gun Owners of America, and also got inducted, a great honor, inducted into the NRA Hall of Fame. And right now, I've been traveling the country on the lecture circuit with the Tea Party groups, and I've spoken at about 30, 40 different Tea Parties all across the country. And I can tell you that one of the key issues always talked about at these Tea Parties is the right to keep and bear arms. Perhaps one of the less known founding fathers was George Mason from Virginia. And he said that the best and most effectual way to enslave the American people is to disarm them. And so I will never support gun control, ever. But with the issue of gun rights comes gun responsibility. And I have to tell you that the most important thing you can do with the Second Amendment is be trained. Take the responsibility upon yourself to know and feel confident with the use of a handgun or a rifle. Know how to defend yourself and your family, especially women. It is essential that women know how to defend themselves. It is the great equalizer. And the best and most effective way for a woman to defend herself is with a handgun. Nothing else comes even close. Yes, the Second Amendment is vital to American freedom and liberty. It's part of our history. But the backbone of American freedom is an armed and trained citizen. And the best place that I've seen all across the country for firearms training is at the Front Sight Firearms Training Institute near Pahrump, Nevada. One of the most amazing and funnest times that I've ever had with my family was we actually went to Front Sight, Nevada. It's about 45 minutes west of Las Vegas. And I took my whole family, and it was absolutely the best time we have ever had. And you need to know, one of my daughters, my daughter-in-law, Robin, had never fired a gun before. My other son-in-law is from Canada, and he hasn't shot very much. And we all met there. And the key point that I'm trying to make there is that you can be a novice or you can be an expert marksman, and the training at Front Sight is geared towards you and your ability. But the thing of it is, after 2 or 3, 4 days there, you're going to feel so confident in your ability to defend yourself that it's going to be an insurance policy that you're going to want to keep with you wherever you go. Dr. Piazza is a very dear friend of mine. He's known by millions of people all across the country as the millionaire patriot. And he is a patriot in every sense of the word. He has dedicated himself to the holy cause of liberty, as Patrick Henry called it. And there is no one in this country more dedicated to the right of the people to keep and bear arms than Dr. Piazza. I love the professionalism that he has there. I was in law enforcement 20 years. I've been to all sorts of firearms training all over the country. The best firearms training that I have ever had in my life is Front Sight, Nevada. I've been there lots of times, and I'm going to go back. And my daughter-in-law that had never fired a gun before said it was one of the funnest times she's ever had. She feels confident around guns now. She knows that she can defend herself and their little baby daughter. We did the shoot, don't shoot course inside a Mack building, and she had to shoot a hostage taker while the hostage taker is posed holding a hostage. And Mandy did a perfect kill shot to the head of the suspect, And she came back running, and it really touched me how excited she was afterwards. She said, "Dad, Dad, I got him, I got him." And it looked like when she was a little girl on Christmas morning, she was that excited about it. And I said, "Mandy, you just saved your little daughter's life when you did that." And it's really amazing. But now, since we've been to Front Sight, when we get together as a family, my daughters will say, "Hey, Dad, let's go shooting today." And the bonding and connection that this has created within our family has been absolutely priceless. I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I want to thank Dr. Piazza for inviting us out to Front Sight and to the Training Institute. His staff was extremely cordial, courteous, and very professional. If we did something wrong, they let us know. And we had a great time, and we made lifelong friends with the range masters. And now my kids all say, "Hey, when are we going back?" And my nephew loved it so much that he immediately signed up with a life membership for Front Sight. And I already have a life membership. And I recommend each of you go visit Front Sight and find out for yourself what an amazing firearms training course this is. They have all sorts of levels. They have you can go to a 2-day course, 4-day course, 5-day course. You can go out there and spend a week, or just go spend a couple of days. But I guarantee you, it will be the best firearms training you've ever had in your life. I will tell you that the variety of training at Front Sight is also amazing. You can do shotgun, you can do a shotgun combat course, you can do handgun, rifle, just any kind of rifle. And what I want you to know is this training exceeds any law enforcement or military standard that might be out there. It certainly exceeded any of the law enforcement training I ever had, and I started law enforcement in 1979. And this was absolutely the best training I've ever had. And even the Uzi course, Uzi. You can go there and take a machine gun course. I absolutely loved it. Also, you know, I really have got to go back because I want to take the 5-day world-class handgun training course. And with that comes a 30-state concealed carry permit for pennies on the dollar. Is absolutely amazing. You can't get it anyplace else except Front Sight. Another one too, with that course, you get a free Springfield Armory XD pistol. And I think my nephew actually got that. And you can get that in 9mm, 40, 45, doesn't matter, whatever you want. And so this is the type of thing that this millionaire patriot, Dr. Piazza, is offering to everybody across the country. You cannot substitute training with anything. You've got to be trained. I've heard so many people say, "Well, yeah, I really like that I own guns, but sometimes I just don't feel adequate in my ability." You can change all that. You can get the ability and the confidence that training brings. And so take your whole family out there. Do what I did. Do what I did. And take your whole family out there and have a family reunion at Front Sight. You won't be sorry. And I certainly am grateful that we did that as a family.